and it has to deal. It deals with love and cause and effect, which occur in the first four lower worlds, and it ends with the subconscious level. Now, obviously, you can't affect much on the subconscious level, but you do cause things to happen on the subconscious level because you are still cause, even though you're not conscious of it. So this is a very interesting aspect of all of this, and this is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, the title of the book that I showed you a while ago is Surrender to the Oneness. Now, surrendering is, and I've talked about this before, is the female aspect. Alright, cause is a male aspect. And they're both required for us to move on spiritually. It's very hard to learn surrender, especially for a male. But females, they're good at it. I've said this before. And and sex is one of the aspects that teaches us about love. And we say that you fall in love and then you get married and all this stuff happens, but it's all the same. It's all the same experience. We're learning love, and sex is probably the most important aspect of it because it entails all this stuff at once, or eventually it does. And without sex, we wouldn't have procreation, and nobody would go on. So we'd all be just sitting on some other planet somewhere, doing different stuff. This is the most important planet around in this galaxy for learning about this, and this is why the Anunnaki came here to breed us and teach us about it, because they knew what this place had to offer, and they wanted to see it go. They were basically led to teach us. They didn't think this up themselves. Everybody works under spiritual masters, and they're all learning mastership. It's just that this planet is the best place in the world, or in the universe, or even in the galaxy, or in the universe, to learn about spirituality. So everybody wants to come here and get it. They're driven by different things, but the bottom line is to learn about love. So we're here. And you've gotten a gift. You've been brought here, and you've gotten a gift to learn it. So, we're some of the few, and we have the best place of all to learn, and the hardest place of all to learn. So, it's good and bad, and that's the way it all works in the lower worlds. Good and bad. Cause and effect, it's all part of the same thing. Paul Twitchell, he was the person that introduced Eckankar to this planet. Taught most of the things that are coming out right now from people like Nissim Harriman and and Dan Winter, and many other people on the web at this point. We're at the transition. We're at the time that Paul was looking at for the change to come, and he predicted this in 1958 or something like that, and he predicted all this stuff. He's not the only one, but he was one of the originators of what was going to happen here. Didn't stay here very long. He was only here for, I don't know, 56 years or something like that, and he had to move on. But we're here today to make this transition, and I'm predicting it's going to happen within 5 years. I don't know for sure. You can't predict what's going to happen. Mainly, you can't predict what's going to happen because people, and I've said this before, all change how things happen. Now, I can predict what's happened. I can tell you what's happened pretty accurately, almost 100%. But I can't tell you what's going to happen, anything like that. It's just that people are so set in their ways right now that we don't change much. We do the same thing over and over again. That's what we get into grooves. So that means that things are pretty predictable. But as soon as we start making this transition really strongly, they stop being predictable again. Because we start to change very quickly, and this change can come about in a heartbeat. It could become, it's like the Black Plague went across Europe. It'll spread so fast that you won't be able to. It'll make your head swim. We won't know what to expect next because everybody's going to be ready for the next thing. We're going, as we open up our consciousness, we're going to be ready for the next thing really quickly. So I'm saying 5 years. I don't know, but it's gonna. When it happens, it's going to be like the plague went through Europe. It's going to knock everybody down and bring them back up as spiritual beings, and we're going to have a golden age. It's what we've been through golden ages before in this on this planet, but this is going to be the really critical one because it's gonna stick around probably longer than any have, and it's going to be a transition that changes how we do everything. And today we have all this technology out there. We've got the web, the computers. We've got all of this stuff that we think of as advanced. We've got our drugs, our medicine, things that have changed and held our lives back for so long because we think of ourselves as so brilliant and so advanced. But this stuff is so far behind compared to what can be and what's going to happen. Because eventually we're going to be, and this will, when we change this stuff, we won't really need food anymore. We won't really, and our water is going to be back to where it was 20 or 12,000 years ago before the floods, and we're gonna know things that we're gonna know things on a level that we've never known before. We're going to understand things on a level, and we're going to see things on a level. Our intuition will rise beyond anything that most people ever think about or know. I should say no, because it's just knowing. So our knowingness will advance way beyond what it is now, and we're going to be ready for this. It has to happen with everybody. I mean, most people. there are going to still be people that are stuck, no matter what happens, and they're the new people on the planet. They've never been here before, and they're here to learn. And just like us, they're going to get there. But it's going to take a few people, a few more lifetimes. Or it's going to happen a lot faster. Everything's going to happen a lot faster. So that's the story.